We're joined now by four-star defensive tackle from St. Francis Academy in Baltimore. He's Isaiah Neal. Isaiah, thanks for so much for joining us today. How does it feel to be signed and officially a Pitt Panther?
Man, it's a great feeling. It's a long time coming. Ever since my first visit up there, I really felt at home. So, yeah, I'm glad to say that I'm finally officially going home.
It's kind of funny. I was looking back over your recruitment. I mean, Pitt offered you kind of early, right? I think they might have offered you during your junior year. You might have visited once or twice or something, but you end up on the official visit. What really sold you during that official visit? Convinced you that that was the spot for you?
So yeah, like you said, I had already been to the school before my official visit, probably 3 or 4 times. So I was able to see spring ball. I was able to see them in the summer working out. And they were able to see me a couple times. But on my official, it was more so being able to, having your peer, whatever they call it, like the player that's already there. You get to travel with them, see how how they interact with each other, like as a team. So being able to see that really kind of was a determining factor for me. Like it's a bond, it's clear, and it pretty much seemed like everybody, and I feel like that's somewhere I definitely could fit in.
I know I was talking to Jordan Bass, the linebacker commit in the class with you guys, and he was talking about the bond and connection between the players and the coaches. Was that something you picked up on as well during your visit and other times you've been around the team?
No doubt. So one of my biggest things, so my player that I was with on my official was Kalijah. So I was blessed to have one, a consistent All American, and two, a defensive lineman like myself. So I got to ask him quite like just pick his brain about Coach Partridge and make sure that he wasn't selling me wolf tickets. Like it was he wasn't putting on an act just to get me. But I mean, I immediately as soon as I asked the question, it was clear and distinct that Kalijah is. I mean, he loved that dude. Like he made it clear, and he said he is who he is. Like he's showing you who he is. You're only gonna get that, and he expect the best out of you. So I feel like I can't wait to get up there with my coach.
Did you say selling? You want to make sure he wasn't selling you wolf tickets?
Yes, sir.
I haven't heard that before. Where's that come from?
I don't know. I heard my mom say it, so I mean I just picked it up.
I like it. I like it. Well, it's funny. It's interesting you mentioned Kalijah. I was going to ask you about him. Like you said, he's an All-American. Had a great season as a defensive tackle for Pitt, and you know, sort of an undersized guy, right? A playmaking, pass rushing, undersized guy. How much have you watched him play, and how much do you kind of see, similarities between what you do or what you want to be able to do and what he does?
So um, pretty much since I really showing a lot of interest in the school, and they showed a lot of interest in me, I did my research, and I seen him play like it's a championship game of him on YouTube when he was still playing in high school.
Hmm.
I seen that and I was like, oh yeah, like I can do this. Like this is a very similar game to me. Like I see a lot of my game in his. So with that, like it's the blueprint is literally laid out for me. Like I have the platform. All I gotta do is go execute. Like that. Like Pitt is literally made for like me, my build and my position, explosive twitchiness, like you said, playmaking ability. That's that's what Pitt is like. That's what they're about when it comes to D lineman. So I feel like it's literally the perfect fit for me.
Do you? I mean, there's a bit of a almost sort of lineage of playmaking defensive tackles. And there's Kalijah now. Jalen Twyman had a big year a couple of years ago. Of course, Aaron Donald has turned out to be a decent player in the NFL. He's okay. Do you feel like that's sort of something that Pitt's almost becoming associated with? And do you sort of see yourself as wanting to be the next sort of kind of like you said, sort of undersized a little bit defensive tackle, but a guy who really makes plays and gets into the backfield?
Yeah. So I've thought about everything you said. Like there's literally been time and time again a guy on the defensive line, an undersized guy that has to play the position and balls out. And it's been three, and I plan on being the fourth. Like I plan on being the next face of our defensive line, and the face of our defense, really hopefully the face of the team. So I plan on coming in and following the blueprint. Like it's laid out. Coach Podgers know what he's doing. He's a great coach. All I gotta do is go in there and do what he say, execute, get in the weight room playbook, and I'm gonna be straight, man. I plan on. And then having those people that were literally like in my shoes, I can always reach out. Like I like Jalen, I'm actually connected to him. Like his little brother is Santana. That's one of my best friends. So at any time I can give him a call, ask him about, what I should do in this situation, film wise, technique wise. So I can always call Kalijah. So it's good to have those outreaches.
Just as a comparison, how big are you now? What's your height and weight?
I'm probably like 6'2", low 260s right now.
Okay. So pretty similar to those guys, kind of right around that same range
Yeah.
where they are. Now, you played at San Francisco Academy. That's a school that's known nationally. I think you guys were ranked in USA Today's top 25. You're not hidden there, and certainly other college coaches watched you play this fall. How crazy or hectic did the recruiting you committed to Pitt in June, but schools don't always stop recruiting when a kid commits. So, how hectic did it get for you this fall? How many, were you taking a lot of calls and things like that from other schools trying to reach out to you?
Um, for me, like the way I was raised, like loyalty has been instilled in me. So I felt like once I committed, I was committed. That was it. Like so. I mean, of course, you have a coach call you here and there, or a coach text you, check up in on you, or whatever. And I'm always cordial, but because you never know, you might need this person again. But I always felt like I was good where I was at. I never was looking for anything else, looking for a new home or anything.
Sure. And then, of course, also during the fall, or probably just a week or a couple of weeks ago, your ranking on Rivals got bumped a little bit from 3 stars up to 4 stars. I know guys want to keep the focus on the field, but I also know you at least noticed those things. What was your reaction when you heard about that?
So, I feel like, I mean, personally, not like to boast or anything, but I feel like I've shown 4 stars on tape already, like previous to this season. Um, so getting it was like it's bittersweet because like I'm gone now. I'm going to high school. Like I can't play as a 4 star, and I mean I'm going to college. I can't play in high school as a 4 star. Like I had to get it at the end, but I'm glad they gave it to me. I guess I finally showed them. I guess I had to do it on the national level as well. I guess the WCAC wasn't good enough for them.
Yeah, you had to play. I mean, you guys' schedule was like all over. You guys even had like an international schedule, right? Didn't you play like a team from Canada, played a team from Hawaii? You guys were all
Yep.
over the place this year, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, you told me you're enrolling in January. How long have you been working toward that of trying to get ready to be able to enroll early?
Yeah. So it's actually the process isn't too strenuous. So just instead of me just doing summer workouts, I'm doing summer workouts, and then there's these EduSeer, I think it's called, their classes, online classes. So I had to take, since I didn't like reclassify or anything, I'm just a regular student. I had some credits I still would have to make up because I'm leaving halfway through the year. So I had to take 3 courses in the summer, and then I had to, finish my remaining classes in the fall. And now I'm officially a graduate of St. Francis.
So the summer was when you did most of the work, took the extra classes and that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha. All right, and then the last thing, Isaiah. I mean, what are you looking forward to most about getting there in January and jumping into things?
I feel like it's a slept on advantage. Like I get to go in months before other people that are in my class. They still are going to high school, doing, I mean, they might be working out, but you're not in the system, you're not in the program. I get to see the plays, I get to see Coach Stott, I get to get in the weight room. So I mean it's huge. I'm very excited, and I'm glad I made the decision to early enroll.
All right, Isaiah. Well, thanks again for your time today. Congratulations on signing, and good luck once you get to Pitt. I'm sure we'll see you there. But thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.